Hi, my name is Pascal. Today we are going to discuss whether you can use Smolov for the deadlift. If you want more information on the program itself or how to increase your deadlift, then please follow the links in the description box below. I've done the program, I've also increased my deadlift above 200 kg, and there you can find more information on how the program went and also what to do to increase your deadlift. The short answer to whether you can use Smolov for the deadlift is I definitely wouldn't recommend it. And I think I'm not alone with that opinion if you're also checking in on some other coaches with more experience than me. Now, the reason for that being is that Smolov itself is already not really a program that a lot of people recommend because it is very single-minded. It has been originally written to just focus on the squat for about 3 months and to maximize just that lift. So most of you people out there are probably not after the next powerlifting record in a squat, and therefore they are probably competing either in powerlifting, where the deadlift, bench press and the squat are relevant, or they use the squat to perform better in sports. So that is also a bit more of a holistic approach in your strength training rather than just banging out reps on the squat. Now, that is the first reason why I wouldn't recommend it for the deadlift. Now, the second reason being is that the deadlift itself is also a lift that doesn't really lend itself well for a lot of volume. Yes, more volume equals getting stronger and bigger. That is the general rule. However, also all renowned strength coaches will agree that you definitely enter on a lower overall volume with the deadlift compared to the squat and the bench press. So here you have it. That is why I don't recommend using Smolov for the deadlift. The last reason being is also that there are some funky days within the Smolov cycle with negatives that really have specifically been written with the squat in mind. So also if you want to adapt it for the deadlift, then you probably will have to bring some serious knowledge around programming to the table. Now, if you want to use Smolov for the deadlift, you probably are facing the problem that you're currently stuck on your deadlift numbers and you're not getting stronger. So rather than doing Smolov, usually the limiting factors or bottlenecks for a stronger deadlift are your lower back strength, your grip strength, or your speed of the floor. So I'll give you some advice and examples that worked for me to get past 200 kg, so that you don't necessarily need to do something as drastic as getting a Smolov program for 3 months and just bang on deadlifts, but rather work with a bit more accessory movements so that you address the weak points within your deadlift to then break your plateau. First thing to address would be grip strength. Now, if you're serious about your grip strength and especially with sumo deadlifters, the strength often becomes a limiting factor to the deadlift itself. So the easy way to get past that is to get captains of crush grippers. Now, which ones should you probably get? Probably a 1, a 1.5, and a 2, and maybe a half. But don't go beyond that just to start out, because I got the whole set from the smallest up to the 4, and that is definitely shelling out money for something that you won't use, because the 4 is really only closed by really strong people. So if you want to address your grip strength, then get the half up to a 2 on captains of crush grippers and just crush them, crush them a lot, and that will definitely help you in your deadlift if your grip is the bottleneck. If you have problems with your back and lower back strength, then I would definitely recommend to get in more accessory work around rows. So what kind of rows? Usually bent over rows and Yates rows are great on a bench press day. If you have unlimited amount of time, do as many sets as you are doing for the bench press on the given day, for Yates rows and bent over rows. If you don't have unlimited time and don't want to add tons of accessory work to your days, then choose between the bent over row and the Yates row and do as many sets as you did for the bench press at a similar intensity. So the goal should be that you can row as much weight for reps for the bent over row and the Yates row as you can bench press. If you achieve that goal, your deadlift numbers will most certainly go up. That was one of the main reasons why I couldn't crack the 200 kg mark. Last thing to consider is speed of the floor, which I think is something to really have a look at if you're a conventional deadlifter, because my experience is that most conventional deadlifters will complete the lift if they get it off the floor. Of course, there are always exceptions, but that would be the general rule. So for that problem and to address that, do pause deadlifts, halted deadlifts, and deficit deadlifts. Do these on the same days as your main squat day. So if you are going fairly heavy on your squat for the week, then sprinkle in some deficit deadlifts or halted deadlifts, also at a moderate intensity and moderate volume. And then this will help you to actually break ground on the deadlift, especially if you never had problems locking the lift out, but your problem is always getting actually the weight off the floor. Did tons for me to surpass 200 kg in the deadlift. So if you feel that that is the bottleneck, play with the range of motion of your deadlift and halt and pause somewhere mid-lift to get more control and to get faster off the ground. If you don't want to think too hard about all of these different exercises I just mentioned, then I highly recommend the Juggernaut AI app from Juggernaut Strength Systems and Juggernaut Training Systems. Chad Wesley Smith and his team have created an excellent app that will customize your workouts to your special needs and to your weak points. So all of the approaches that I've just mentioned actually stem from that app and from the thinking of these people. And it is definitely a more nuanced approach than just getting a Smolov template out and bang your head against the wall until you basically let your spine exit through where you don't want it to exit. So, you know, be my guest if you want to do that. You will have some short-term gains, but then afterwards you probably won't be lifting for quite a while. So with Smolov, use it for what it's designed for breaking a squat world record if you're already an experienced lifter. Otherwise, stay away from it and have a bit more of a balanced approach. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and tell your friends about my channel. Have a very nice day and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.